Last month in August, Liverpool romped to 4 wins out of 4 and were looking favourites for the title. At the foot of the table were Watford, who had a disastrous start, as well as Wolves and newly promoted Villa and Norwich, while also at the top, Man City and surprise packages of the season, Crystal Palace and Leicester made up the top 4. So as August ended and the transfer window ended, players would now focus on the season, and with new impressions of players and managers all set, it was time to focus and get on the grip of the Premier League season as we move on to September. September started with a managerial casualty. Watford, who have only got 1 point all season, sacked Javi Gracia in only just 4 games in. In came Quique Sanchez-Flores, who returned to the club for a second spell after guiding Watford to the Premier League in 2016. His task was to save Watford from relegation. The first goal of September came from an unlikely source. A rocket from Newcastle's Retro Williams gave Newcastle a shock lead over Manchester Liverpool, but Liverpool, with 4 wins out of 4, responded.
Robertson, great bit of work from him. Mane! The usual job done by him. Made by Robertson, threaded through to Mane. And Dubravka was there, but he didn't get the ball cleanly. Mane did. Martin Dubravka will be cursing himself. Steve Bruce is ruining his luck. Mane is counting his blessings. Firmino, brilliant. Salah, superb. That is simply awesome. Ridiculously good.
Heung-min Son opened his account for the season with 2 goals as Tottenham thrashed Crystal Palace 4-0.
His delivery is deep. And in! Oh, brilliant! Son Heung-min at it again. That is a fabulous strike.
A superb solo goal from summer signing Moussa Djempo condemned Sheffield United to a defeat and Southampton a vital win, their first of the season. Norwich's fairy tale campaign last season was a great moment for the club, and now the likes of Wigan, Bolton, they were now playing one of the best teams in England, Manchester City. However, it won't be easy trying to keep up with them. However, Norwich had a reputation for winning against the odds, and they produced one of their best performances in the club's history.
Manchester City with everyone back. And it flicked on it in! And Norwich City have the lead! Bit of a play! 18 minutes gone of total Manchester City domination. When they had to defend a set piece for the first time in the game, they were not up to it. Being chased by Otamendi, he's done nothing in the game so far, but he's crossed it and no one has scored it, and it's Norwich 2-0 up. And Manchester City looked to a flag that didn't come. The champions champions are 2-0 down. They're unbeaten in 25 top-flight games against newly promoted teams. With 2 goals in.
However, City weren't going to give up as a Sergio Aguero goal just before half-time gave hope for the favourites.
Country this season, and they're giving it away again. It's Murky. Can he score this one? Yes, he can. What were Manchester City thinking of? Norwich 3, Manchester City 1. Appalling defending by the reigning champions. What a run he's on. But he rarely misses 2 in a row.
City pulled one back through summer signing Rodri with his first goal for the club, but it was too little too late as Norwich grabbed a famous victory. This absolute wonder strike from Fikayo Tomori set Chelsea on their way to a 5-2 victory over Wolves. This emphatic win showed that Wolves had a really disappointing start to the season, still without a win. For Frank Lampard's Chelsea, though, are yet to show that they can win big this season, and that was the perfect example. Sanchez's Flores' return looked to be ending in defeat as Arsenal raced to a 2-goal lead. However, Arsenal's defensive frailties cost them as Watford got one back with Tom Cleverley, and that was not over. But next for Watford was Manchester City, who beat them 6-0 in the FA Cup final last year. However, City were still recovering after that damaging defeat to Norwich, but what City produced was a masterclass.
Deflected, and it's 3-0. Well, it was always going to be a potentially difficult afternoon for Watford. Some potential problems for Watford. And there is goal number 4. Bernardo Silva's in on the act. We haven't played quarter of an hour. Quickly taken. Aguero's cross, there's number 5. Otamendi sliding in, and already this is bordering on the embarrassing as far as Watford are concerned. This was David Silva. Oh, look at that. Stop it. Bernardo Silva, 6-0. The magician at work again. David Silva with the assist. Bernardo Silva with the goal. His second. An opportunity to make it just that. Bernardo Silva has the hat-trick. 7 for City. And there's half an hour to go. Available. There's the shot. And there is the De Bruyne goal. They couldn't score this many without him getting involved. An absolute
Masterclass 8-0 victory for City. Watford were already preparing for the relegation battle. James Maddison won the strike meant Leicester beat Tottenham 2-1. A statement of intent for Leicester, who were going to challenge for the top 4. Superstar, they started off terribly for Arsenal, but brilliant for Villa, as Villa took a shock early lead for John McGinn. But up front for Arsenal it got worse. Ainsley Maitland-Niles got a second yellow for a terrible challenge on Neil Taylor. However, Arsenal fought back.
Big moment. He's up the test, and Arsenal are back in the game, and Villa are kicking them.
But Villa weren't done yet as Wesley scored his second goal for the club as Villa took a shot leading again. Got to be one final twist to the game.
Chambers goes to get back post. Thinks he's there. Taylor slow. Chambers has scored. Callum
Liverpool had won all their games this season, but their first test came at Stamford Bridge. However, a nicely constructed free kick finished off perfectly by Trent Alexander-Arnold put Liverpool on their way to an important victory. They were given a helping hand by VAR.
Back to Willian here. Abraham's flick off. It's in. It's been disallowed. And Liverpool could really twist the knife here. Robertson spins it in. Firmino 2-0. Roberto Firmino. Chelsea 0, Liverpool 2.
Brilliant N'Golo Kante goal offered Chelsea a route back into it, but in the end it was too late and Liverpool continued their 100% record. West Ham and Manchester United faced off, with United in good form. However, that would be stopped as West Ham triumphed 2-0 with goals from Andrei Yarmolenko and a stunning free kick from Aaron Cresswell. They dropped their first point of the season at Bramall Lane. However, a blunder from Dean Henderson meant that Liverpool continued their 100% record and strolled on. After Leicester beat Newcastle 5-0, the last game of the month came at one of the most prestigious stadiums, Old Trafford. Manchester United v Arsenal, two of the most dominant teams in the early year of the Premier League. Scott McTominay scored to lead for Manchester United. However, Arsenal responded with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang to level the scores and make the final score 1-0 to end the month. So as we end the month, Liverpool top the table with 7 wins out of 7, with City and Leicester behind Arsenal in a good 4th. West Ham also doing well, Spurs and Chelsea also climbing up, Bournemouth in also a very good position. Crystal Palace, Man U, Burnley and Sheffield United make out the mid-table, with Man U having a disappointing start to the season. Could Ole go? Wolves, Southampton, Everton and Brighton remain the lower mid-table spots, with Wolves and Everton hoping to aim better in the remaining months. And in the bottom 4, Norwich, Villa, Newcastle and Watford, whose new manager bounce had not come yet. Manager of the month, it was Jurgen Klopp for the 2nd month running, while the player of the month did change though, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang picking up the player of the month award. The 2nd month of the Premier League had ended. Only been one manager casualty. Liverpool improved their 100% record. Man U was sitting down in mid-table. Thanks for watching as we move on next video to move on to the month of October.